done. He is deep in the red here, but we were able to keep him moving with taunt activated, nailing the shock launcher under the sky shield there, just rendered useless. A bullet finally goes down here, but we have tons of seekers left, a mob of heavies keeping the momentum. This is for good morning, good afternoon, and yes, good evening, Skull Army and friends. It's your boy, your friendly neighborhood SkullCrusher, and yes, we're coming right back at you with another Boom Beach video. And for those of you that don't know me, my name, it's SkullCrusher Boom Beach. I stream Boom Beach content and upload Boom Beach videos. Today, we're talking Boom Beach video. We've got Bullit, Seekers, heavy choppers. We've got an insane push, actually an insane log to show you. I want to let it speak for itself, my friends. So much yellow! I love it. I absolutely love it. Even my only loss in there was by 4 seconds. Massive shout out to Avid here. But yeah, Skull Army, we're going to be showing you the tech tree, the tech that we're using for these Bullit, heavy chopper, seeker hits, and of course we're going to be showing you the beautiful log. Even that loss, even though it was by 4 seconds, it was still a fantastic hit. Do not forget to leave a like if you are new, and yes, metaphorically speaking, consider grabbing a stick of dynamite, okay? You will then light that set stick of dynamite. We're metaphorically speaking here. You will then go run over to that subscribe button. You will place that light stick of dynamite beside the subscribe button. You got time. Hear me out. Run away. And that's right. Blow up that subscribe button and join the ranks of the Skull Army today. Let's do this, guys. Warship Season 35 to the skies. Wrapping up Week 2. Bullit, heavy chopper, seeker. It's go time. Welcome back, my friends. To begin the tech tree, I want to show you what we're using to support these Bullit, heavy chopper, seeker hits here. A tick 4 flare, honestly, I could probably move that up to tick 5, but tick 4 is getting the job done. As we do continue here, 50% troop damage. Keep that in the back of your mind there as we continue going on into 3 engine room. 50, what am I saying? 40% gunboat energy. Actually, you know what? We are going to make that 50% gunboat energy, which would honestly make the hits even better. As we do continue here, we do have that first 50% troop health node, which is helping out a ton. You want to make sure that your Bullit, your heavy choppers will be able to take a beating. Even your seekers, you want to make sure they can take that beating so they can also dish that beating back out. As we do continue here, of course, critters have been a viable, amazing gunboat ability to use to our advantage with these hits here. We now up it to that 100% troop damage as we do continue going into 4 engine room. We do have that building health that's not really helping our hits. Nonetheless here, building damage not so much as well. Of course, seekers have been crushing it for me. Of course, big shout out to our heavy choppers as well. And then of course we do have private bullet over here at tick 4. We could probably max him, but we are going to keep him at tick 4. He's been getting the job done once again. And then we do have that additional troop health node at 100%. That is just savage there. So 100% troop health. As we do show you, go back into the tech tree, there is our 50%. So we're rocking 100% troop damage. We're rocking 100% troop health. We are now rocking 50% gunboat energy, but for the hits that I'm going to show you, we have been rocking 40% gunboat energy. We've got that tick 4 flare. We've got those max level critters. I should talk about smoke as well. Where are you? Right over here, tick 1 smoke. We've been using that to give our seekers some coverage on transition from ER to ER. Being 5 ER gameplay, tick 1 smokes, having them just unlocked has been more than enough for me. Max level shocks, of course, you've got to be able to pin down those shock launchers, and I believe we do cover it with that right there. So we're going to dive on into the replays here, and I'm very excited to show you what we've been able to accomplish here. I'll give you a quick look at my I will give you a quick look at my layout here. Let's see if we can get that grid formation. Grid formation, if anybody does want to use it, there's your screenshot right there. Nonetheless, players have been pretty quick on it. I'm pretty much relying on my offense and being faster than my opponent. So let's start things off with our first CCF, our first Chinese character friend. This was a beautiful 251 to a slow 156 here. I love these compact layouts here. So you're going to notice that we've got Bullit coming out on the far side of the ramp there. It's actually the far left side of the ramp there. There is only the one ramp in 5 engine room gameplay. You can notice that we've got those 3 heavy choppers coming out. Some great positioning with a Bullit there. Beautiful job pinning down the shock launcher under the sky shield, activating that taunt as we let our Seekers transition from ER to ER with Bullit moving forward, keeping that taunt activated. And the whole point is you want to pull in those shock launchers with taunt. Excellent job as we transition to the last engine room. Look how many Seekers we have left at the end of that hit. Chef's kiss. And as we move on to the next one, we've got Monorax here. Monorax did fizzle, leaving 3 engine rooms on, well, it's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen. Again, we've got a Pineappy variation here. You're going to notice on this one, we've got 4 best Seeker hits in 5 ER. Right ramp. We got the far right side of the ramp there. There is only one ramp. Then we've got that delayed Bullit drop on the far left side. Best Seeker hits in 5 ER. Choppers to pop that far right engine room. Now we transition that flare. Notice how we've tagged the machine gun. Now as Bullit makes its way closer, we activate that taunt. We've already cycled a shock, pinning down the shock launcher underneath the sky shield there. This is all about moving Bullit while keeping taunt activated as we transition from ER to ER, trying our best to pin down shock launchers with our shocks under the sky shields. And look at that. Beautiful. Boom! Goes the dynamite. And as we do continue to Greybeard 2, I do want to give a big shout out to Greybeard 2. A big fan of you, Greybeard. GG, my friend. No, there actually might be 2 boats of Seekers coming out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we got 6 boats of heavy choppers and Bullit coming out here. We're going to actually speed this one up to ×4 here. This is just a bus rush for 5 of the engine rooms. We do directly tag the shock launcher in the middle after we're done taking out that ER at the top left there. Beautiful job taking out the shock launcher as we activate taunt, transition from ER to ER, and there's that delayed 2-boat Seeker drop under the coverage of smoke, flaring Bullit, activating taunt, hitting the shock launcher with taunt, and yeah, a beautiful hit right there. Tons of those 2 boats of Seekers left over. So Greybeard, GG, my friend. And as we do continue to our next CCF, our next Chinese character friend, this was 239 to 218. Once again, another one of these compacts, which I am absolutely loving for 5 ER. We've got Private Bully coming out on the very far left side of the ramp there. Multiple artilleries and barrage coming out, clearing the mines to free up Bullit and the Seekers, essentially. This one looks like we do have 3 heavy choppers coming to the flare point. The late 5-boat Seeker drop. Really late on the reflare. I think I was actually distracted with YouTube chat there, but nonetheless, you can see that double shock coming down, pinning down both shock launchers under the sky shields as we get Bullit to activate taunt, directly flaring the first shock launcher, and beautiful transitioning from ER to ER. This one was even late on flaring Bullit, but we were able to get him towards that next shock launcher, activate that taunt, and it was a beautiful finish with the Seekers there. Boom! Goes the dynamite. This is all about timing of your drops. This is all about the delayed Seekers, management of your gunboat energy. Very exciting hit to pull off here. And as we do continue to our next CCF here, I believe we did D-rank this fella right over here. Or this might have been my boss fight to gold, actually. Either way, this was 220 to 133 here. Beautiful time on my end here. And check this weird one out here. So this one, we're actually starting off with Bullit coming out on that far left side of the ramp there. We've actually directly flared the shock launcher in the middle there. You can see it tagged with the flare. This is 4 heavy choppers coming out with a delayed drop after Bullit. We reflare that shock launcher. Remember, guys, we did show the Tick 4 flare at the beginning of the video. And at this point, it's super late on the delayed drop there. We definitely could have dropped it earlier, but we were able to finish off that shock launcher there as we did move Bullit along with taunt activated. Bullit's health is practically done. He is deep in the red here, but we were able to keep him moving with taunt activated, nailing the shock launcher under the sky shield there, just rendered useless. A Bullit finally goes down here, but we have tons of Seekers left, a mob of heavies keeping the momentum. This is where that Tick 1 smoke is coming in handy. Excellent transition from ER to ER, well out of range of the shock launcher as it does tag a few of my Seekers there, relying on heavy damage as well as we finish the last engine room. Boom! Goes the dynamite. That was a great hit right there. And we're going to continue here to Avid. This was my loss. We lost with a 238 here, so I do want to give a massive shout out to Avid, Skull Army, but yeah, this was just a much better hit. So this is what we ended up doing here. And as you can see, we've got Bullit coming out on the far left side of the ramp, 4 heavy choppers coming out on the far right side of the ramp there. We directly flared that right side engine room across the gap there. As Bullit makes his way over, we do continue with a reflare to ensure that Bullit continues to move along. Actually, no, we want to take out that engine room. No, we didn't reflare here. So as you can see, delayed drop there. Now we reflare, we keep Bullit moving along as we tag the engine room in the middle there. Excellent job with Bullit moving along in taunt. We cycle the shock there to pin down the shock launcher on the right side of the layout here. Seekers directly go into the middle. We have a nice split there going left and right here. We move Bullit along, activate a taunt to pull in the shock launcher on the right side there. Apologies, left side was the first one, right side was the second, but the Seekers met together at the last engine room, and a beautiful job right there. Now, I'm going to show you what Avid ended up doing to me, though, because, yeah, this was crazy. Check this out. This is when we got beat. This was a much better Bullit heavy chopper Seeker hit than me, unless this was Bullit and also
best Seeker hits in 5 ER.
To step our game up. So check this out here. Nice little flare up to activate a taunt, pulling the defenses here, moving Bullit along.
Best Seeker hits in 5 ER.
Shock, pinning down my shock launcher, literally rendering it useless here, moving Bullit along here. We're probably going to see a shock. Are we going to see a shock? No, we are not going to see a shock, but that doesn't matter because look how many Seekers are left here. This was insane. So yeah, I'm not even brave enough to do these hits yet. So Avid, well done. You out-seekered. Yeah, you out-seekered me. That was a beautiful hit. Beautiful hit right there. And as we do continue to our next CCF right here, we did pull our next Chinese character friend. We did pull a 230 to a 159 here. And check this out. So we've got Bullit and the 4 heavy choppers coming out, directly flaring that middle engine room across the gap here. As we do wait a little bit, I think we want to deal some decent damage to that engine room before we follow up with our delayed 4-boat Seeker drop, because I know the Seekers are going to directly target this engine room, or that's a flamethrower, this engine room right over here. An excellent job. Seekers are coming out to play. We are moving Bullit along. Notice how we did cycle a shock to pin down the shock launcher in the middle. Seekers do get the protection of smoke there as we transition our way to the first engine room. Bullit is in a good position as we cycle a taunt to pin down the shock launcher under the sky shield. We cycle another shock to pin down the shock launcher in the mid there. Smoke to give our Seekers the coverage to the next engine room. And as we follow up to the final engine room under the transition of smoke, that was a dirty shock right there. But we've got Bullit power, heavy power, and Seeker power. Boom! Goes the dynamite. Really, really good hit there against my CCF, my Chinese character friend. And as we continue to angry a Bon, massive shout out to you guys. But we were able to out-seeker you. You know, it was slower time as well, but I'll take it, guys. I will take it here. 218 to 202. Actually, I don't even think we out-seekered you because you did not use the Seekers. But nonetheless here, check this out, Skull Army. We got another dirty 5 ER compact in the direct back of the layout here. Look at that barrage coming out as we are clearing up some of the mines, opening up for our Seekers. And I think we were pretty comfortable with the delayed drop here. We've got those, I think, 3 heavy choppers coming out to play. Yep, 3 heavy choppers. We did flare Bullit back, so the heavy choppers have time to meet up with them. Nice delayed 5-bolt Seeker drop under the coverage of smoke. We cycle a shock to pin down the first shock launcher under the sky shield. We activate that taunt, and look at this here. Beautiful job. Heavy choppers are dropping like crazy here, but this is all about Bullit and the taunt to distract the defenses, to keep the Seekers moving along here. We pick off that mid-engine room, activate another taunt here. We are getting picked off by the shock launcher on the left side there, but we pop that ER. There's a Hail Mary flare here that comes in clutch. My Seekers are in trouble. There's the flare. We pick it off there, and you know what? Bad Sky Shield placement allowed me... Bad Sky Shield placement allowed me to get that clutch flare and honestly secure the dub right there. Boom! Goes the dynamite. Angry Bonbon. Love. Respect, homie. Good job, man. And as we do continue to PS right here, this was a savage 240 to 213, just crushing it with the attack here. And this one I liked here. So you're going to notice 4 heavy choppers coming out, and we directly flare across the right gap there to target that gap right side engine room. Bullit does come out on the left side. We do reflare to make sure that we keep Bullit moving along here. This was all about timing, precision, and accuracy. I figured that Bullit would be in the middle here by the time we popped that engine room. Yes, we did. Activated that taunt, cycled that shock to pin down the shock launcher in the middle, reposition the reflare to target the shock launcher in the middle, activate a taunt as the Seekers make their way to the third ER in the middle there. Now we cycle a shock as we directly flare the shock launcher into the mid in the back there, opening up ample room for the Seekers to move under the coverage of smoke as we reflare with taunt activated, opening up the Seekers for the kill. Boom! Goes the dynamite. That was a great hit. I'm loving these Seekers. Look how many Seekers are left. And as we do wrap it up over here, guys, we do have 238 to 210 here. I don't even know what this is. Line up, line down, line down, line down, line. GG, my friend. But we did pull a 238 to 210 here. Let's check this madness out. Oh, this was just screaming for the hit here. So, again, the plan here was to use 4 heavy choppers to take out that right side engine room across the gap there. You can notice a couple artillery actually coming out, opening up a path, clearing the boom mines there. So we are relying on the 4 heavy choppers to drop that right side engine room. Delayed drop with Bullit coming out, still following the flare. I think we do follow up on that engine room with a flare just to keep Bullit moving along here. We want to get a nice time here where we can get Bullit ahead where the Seekers don't pass him right away. This is where, you know, the skill does come into effect here when you are using this
Best Seeker hits in 5 ER.
We follow up with a flare directly across the target, that engine room on the far left side there. As Bullit moves, we actually
Best Seeker hits in 5 ER.
the left side there. Excellent job with Bullit moving along with taunt activated. We're trying to get Bullit close enough to activate a taunt on that shock launcher, but looks like we were able to cycle a shock prior to that right there. I think we keep Bullit moving along to the other side there. Not really worrying about that shock launcher. I think we have a clutch shock that comes through. Yeah. Oh no! We hit the sky shield. We hit the sky shield and the shock launcher. Yeah, bad shocking on my end. Don't shock like that. There's the clutch shock. There's the clutch shock right there. So Bullit is taunting that shock launcher on the far top right side. Excellent job, guys. The final ER goes down. Boom! Goes the dynamite. Bullit HC Seekers for the win. Absolutely killing it with this troop combo here. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are with Bullit, with the heavy choppers, with the Seekers. Are you using it? Are you not using it? I'm hoping that by the time we... Oh, massive shout out to Doom, back in Legendary. I was watching Doom stream in Sugar Ship Discord, crushing it, heavy bus rushing against 7 ERs with 150 TD and pulling it in like 2 minutes flat. Just brutal. Amazing player. Big shout out to Sugar Ship's CMDRJ Doom. Nonetheless here, GE with the Pineappy killing it, man. Another Sugar Shipper just leading the way, carving the path, carving whatever you want to call it. Just honestly, just killing it, absolutely killing it. Looks like Chicken. Oh, buddy. Well done. I thought I actually had a chance of catching up to you tonight. Not gonna happen, man. Looks like Chicken is crushing his way back into 23 right here. Hammer, well done. Night Spectre, you can see join at your own risk all over that Canadian leaderboard. But my time will come, guys. We're gonna get right back in there. Hey, Shishko Bobber, big shout out to the Professor, guys. Check out his channel and subscribe as well. And there we are, 43rd. Lolo, what's up, Lolo? Arkin, I see you too, buddy. What's up, homies? Nonetheless, guys, yeah, 43rd on the local Canadian leaderboard, and I'm hoping that with this attack strategy, we will be able to progress more. We are planning to go 6 engine room very soon, as you can see by my token count, my keys at 182, and my upgrade tokens at 2,608,500. Yeah, that is a lot. So once again, guys, leave that like. If you are new, it would mean a lot to me if you would blow up that subscribe button. Again, metaphorically speaking, leave a comment as well with your thoughts are with regards to wrapping up week 2, and essentially if you are using this troop combo or not. So for now, Skull Army and friends, we will officially be wrapping up the video. Now I think it's time to make like a Tom. What's up, Tom? And cruise. We'll catch you guys on the next stream. Peace!